Welcome back to QORcast, the best podcast and the best core members in core. We're back, the best duos ever around.
And this is the last episode of season 3. Ever.
Yeah, we're actually done for. That's it. Bye, guys. No, but yeah, this for season 3 at least, we'll be officially done. For the rest of the at least for the rest of the year, we'll come back. Maybe we'll announce we're gonna come back in January next year. We're definitely gonna revamp the podcast a little bit. We're gonna do some different stuff with it. We're gonna mess around with some stuff. We want to do a little bit more, creative stuff with it. So stay tuned. So we'll see on that. We're already cooking up some stuff. But first things first, Marvel Rivals. Daniel,
as much as I hate to say it, game is good. It's like good. Weirdly good. It's like weird good because like the thing is weird good. I think it's good.
No, because the thing is like there's like arguably like 5 characters who are broken in that game. Like arguably broken.
Who do you think?
It was Hela, Iron Fist. I think Winter Soldier is broken. Hawkeye, because his arrows are much bigger than they would seem to be, by the way, and your hitbox is much bigger, so. And Doctor Strange, he could do a lot. He could do a little of everything. So like, there's arguably like 5 there's like arguably broken characters.
The Hawkeye thing is not. I don't think it's because his arrows have a bigger hitbox. It's because this game is third person, and the camera is to the right side of your character. And this goes for pretty much everyone. If you shoot slightly to the right of somebody, you will still hit them. But if you shoot to the left of them, you won't hit them.
See, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's like the game is very good, but like there's some minute stuff that just I'm like,
well, that's
kind of weird.
The camera placement and the third person. That happens in every fucking third person game, whether people like to think about it or not.
But. Yeah, and I think what I've also seen is people making it to an esport, which I don't see Marvel Rivals as an esport at all. It's like more of just like a fun little game to play. Like if you don't like Overwatch and you want to play like you want to scratch that itch of Overwatch, just play that. But I don't think so. It should be. I don't know, because like my thing is about it is that it's tied to Disney, and I don't know if Disney wants to be in esports overall. So it's like. That's also the whole thing about it.
It has everything it needs to be an esport, though. That's the thing. Aside from it being a Disney product.
Yeah, I feel like that's the whole thing that's bringing it back, because also it's just like the IPs. Because you gotta think about it. Because I think technically Spider-Man is still owned by Sony, if I'm not mistaken. Sony still owns Spider-Man. So there's that whole thing, and then it's just like a lot of things you have to worry about, like cosmetics and all that. I don't know. I think because I saw like I saw like a $200 or like a $500 tournament being run by Marvel Rivals, and I'm like, dude, this game came out like it's been like a week, like 2 weeks.
If you know the Overwatch meta, it's like the same shit though.
Yeah, like, and also they also said they're not doing roll queue, which is a based ass move to do. They're like, nah, fuck you, we're not doing roll queue. Figure out how to play different roles, which is kind of funny.
I think like. It's a little stupid, but I think once you get to a certain point, people will know when they have to switch, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I think they make everyone fun enough that, like, I don't know. I honestly, like, there are definitely some damage people that are fun, but I have equal amounts of fun probably playing every role. And I think I have the most fun playing support. Like, the supports are so creative. They
all play differently. I'm shocked at how different they all play.
Yeah. Like,
they're all very unique.
I've been playing a lot of Rocket Raccoon. I started playing Loki today, and he's pretty fun.
He's hard.
He's really hard.
He's very hard. But if you know how to play him, he's very good.
And then I played Cloak and Dagger, who everyone actually says is hard, but like I don't really think Cloak and Dagger is that hard. You're support that turns into a DPS if someone jumps on you. So like,
if you want a brain dead character, there's also another brain dead DPS character, Moon Knight. He's so brain dead. You just throw the anchor thing and you just keep shooting that, and then it does ricochet damage, just infinite ricochet damage.
Yeah.
Like there's some characters that are just like genuinely brain dead broken. That or Star-Lord, he's broken too. He can
Star-Lord's hard though.
yeah, but also his like he has one ability which is basically like what was it? It's who's the guy that's just die in in Overwatch that does the ult?
That's Reaper.
Reaper. He basically has a Reaper ult, which is one ability. Then also he has one ability where he flips, but he's immune while he flips, so you can avoid an ult. And his ultimate is aim hacks for like 10 seconds.
He's just Tracer and Soldier 76 and one
and Wraith all in one, which is insane that they put all those abilities in one character.
Such high skill ceiling though. Like, actually, you have to have insane aim to play him.
Yeah, and you also have to like know how to like movement. You have to know how to move with him.
Yeah, you have to be able to one burst people because if you can't, then it's rough.
Yeah, but he's like high risk, high reward player, and he's very, very good on that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insane. I think I'm kind of curious because I've seen leaks of Blade being added to it, Deadpool being added. So like a lot of other Marvel characters are definitely soon to be. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to be played. It's going to be really interesting to see what their dynamics are. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to add with it. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys updated when we play.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, another thing we want to talk about, what we're mostly anticipated for next year. So what games we're pretty much anticipated. My personal game that I'm really, really anticipated is Borderlands 4. Like that's my bread and butter game that I'm genuinely excited for, because a lot of they're fixing a lot of things that were in Borderlands 3, which very annoying. Which is like the story. They definitely said they're fixing the story because they're actually getting like I've seen some of the good like there are some people who like are good at video game writers and they're getting them on board. So I'm very excited, and also Deadlock. I'm very excited. Those two games are my big games next year that I'm going to be playing the shit out of. So I'm very, very excited for that.
Dude, for me it's just Elden Ring Night Rain. I might have to change my entire personality to that game when it comes out.
It's going to be that game is so interesting because I mean, if in the trailer we clearly see Nameless King. So now it's like, oh, any boss can be, and it's going to be a roguelike. So I'm kind of curious how the movement's going to be because it's going to be definitely different than Elden Ring.
Yeah, there's like wall running and stuff like, but it's a FromSoft game. It has to be good. Has to be.
But this is their first roguelike, no? They're doing?
Yeah. But
so
I mean, it's with the Souls formula, so I mean, like...
Yeah, I don't know how hard it is to actually fumble a roguelike game, in my opinion. I feel like you can't... It's really hard to fumble it, right? Because
it's all the gameplay loop. Is it fun starting over, or is it not fun?
Yeah, because there's also... And they're also, like, now it's either 1 or 3 players, which is hilarious that they did that.
I don't know why there's no duo. I feel like that's dumb.
It's very interesting on why they did that. I don't know, maybe there's like a mechanic or there's like a way, because you're not like you're picking classes. You're not picking
it's like a hero based thing almost.
Yeah.
But there is going to be some sort of customization per character.
And then there's like weapons you unlock and all that. So it's actually really interesting what they're going to do with it. I'm kind of curious on why they decided to do a roguelike instead of, just being like, all right, hey, we're done with Elden Ring. The DLC's done. We've been working on this game for like 5-6 years. We're just gonna go and start brainstorming another game. But they're like, nah, we're gonna keep with Elden Ring. Which is interesting because
Elden Ring is like the game of the decade, so like I don't even...
Yeah. No, I definitely.
Elden Ring, like, people are still gonna be talking about it in 2029 when the games of the decade come up. So...
I think it's also everyone's gonna bring about like your first time really going like everyone's gonna go back. It's like, you were where were you when you really when you thought Tree Sentinel was a mini boss, was it like a random character, but he's actually a boss.
I keep seeing these like memes and it's like the picture of when you first come out of the grave, like in Limgrave, and you come out and people are like, I want something that makes me feel this again.
Oh my god. I wish that's like the same feeling because that and Cyberpunk. I wish I could forget completely those games and replay it for the first time.
Knock you in the head and you forget everything about
everything about Cyberpunk and Elden Ring, so I can just replay that game again because it's just the loop about it and just like experiencing everything for the first time. Even like some of the bullshit. Like arguably there's like some bullshit like where you're like the Tree Sentinel. Like why the fuck would you put him right in front of when you first spawn? Like who the fuck thinks of that? So there's that, and then there's a dragon that like after you fight, like you're going through the swamp. It's like, oh shit, there's a whole fucking dragon that just comes and attacks you from out of nowhere. It's like some bullshit. It's not bad bullshit, but it's funny bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. And one more thing to top it off. All my Team Fortress 2 fans, everyone who plays Team Fortress 2, they finally finished it. They finished the comics after 2,900 days. They have officially finished the comic. This is insane. They finally wrapped up the story of Team Fortress 2, which is, by the way, the dumbest. You think Tekken story is stupid and like goofy? Read the TF2 story, because half this shit makes no sense and it's fucking hilarious. Like, there's one guy he's a soldier, is like a soldier character. He's roommates with Death, and they just add that randomly,
like the Grim Reaper Death.
Yeah, and then also it's shown that Spy is the father of Scout, and it's fucking hilarious. So there's like this whole lore about this, and it's like it's goofy, and it's so much fun. So I say anybody who wants to have like a nice fun read the entirety of Team Fortress. It's only 7 issues. It's not long. They just didn't want to finish it for some reason.
Finish it.
But yeah,
I'm surprised
TF2
they ever did, because Half-Life 2 ended on a fucking cliffhanger, and we still don't know what's gonna happen after it. So
yeah. So who knows? That's what I'm saying. Like, it took them 2,000 days to finish, 2,900 days to do this. I think Valve is actually like, producing shit again, which is weird to say. Ever since Deadlock came out, they're like, hey, we should actually care about our games.
We make money when we put things out.
Yeah, we should start doing this shit again. They fixed TF2. In what world did we ever say in 2024 TF2 will be a good game again? Like, no thought on that. They're making a MOBA, well, another MOBA, that's gonna be a banger, and they're fixing CS2, which hopefully we get an anti-cheat on that part. But nah, it was a very good. I think it was a very good year.
It's a good year for Valve.
For Valve,
be a good year for a lot of other people too.
I think a lot of other companies also. Like, I feel like I think we can argue the biggest stinker was I think Ubisoft. Ubisoft definitely was the biggest stinker of the year.
Yeah.
No, they weren't Concord. Who was Concord?
I don't even know. I didn't even follow anything about. I just know Ubisoft somehow fumbled fucking Star Wars Outlaws. So like.
Oh my god, and then they tried to make Black Flag like its own standalone thing.
Bones, yeah.
Skull and Bones, and they fucked that up. Like, the game that came out 10, 11 years ago plays better as the ships than what you did in Skull and Bones. And they were promoting it as a quadruple A game.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely took the biggest stinker of the year. I hope they get bought out by Tencent. I hope so. That company needs a whole
fixed.
Oh my god, that whole company needs a whole revamp. So I'm definitely excited. But yeah, that's all the news. There's not much news, but we've been having fun. But thank you guys for watching. We definitely gotta come back next year with a new formula. I think it's gonna be a nice and exciting formula next year, what we're gonna be doing. So definitely, yeah, that's really it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go QORgaming.com/shop. Thank you, Core, for sponsoring. Season 4, yeah. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.